want to get my hands dirty. I want to be in the room where it happens.
Teen dramas are always dramatic. Every episode of these shows has a new and intense storyline or mystery that the main characters find themselves tangled up in. When it comes to teen dramas, Riverdale is one of the most popular shows. The show has a ton of drama between the characters and the other people living in Riverdale, and there is always a major plot twist to surprise us with each episode. So allow us to show you the 10 most ridiculous things that happened on Riverdale. Spoiler warning! If you haven't seen the show, make sure to watch all the episodes and get back to us later. You will certainly love it.
Do you want to win any of these items on your screen? If so, be sure to watch the whole video, leave a like, and comment the hidden message. And with that being said, let's get right into the video.
Number 10. Musical episodes.
I like drinking hard, maxing dad's credit card.
Riverdale started the show with a musical group, Josie and the Pussycats. As the series went on, this group became less and less of a focus of the series until they ultimately left the show. But Riverdale's music has not completely left just because Josie joined the cast of Katie Keene. The show has given us musical episodes based on Heathers and Carrie. These episodes definitely keep the dark and edgy spirit of Riverdale with a melodic twist, but it's hard not to agree that they are a little unusual. Watching Cheryl and Tony battle it out during Candy Store was fun, but the musical performances still feel a little out of place each time. And did you know that the cast of Riverdale all sing in the show, rather than someone else performing on their behalf while they lip sync? Each of the cast members has different vocal abilities, with some also having done musical work alongside their acting. Number 9. Dark Betty scares the daylight out of everyone.
Time to squeal, pig. Tell the truth about what happened between you and Veronica.
While multiple murders haunt the grounds of Riverdale, sometimes the most insidious predator is misogyny. A case in point is football star Chuck Clayton's continued slut-shaming of the women he's hooked up with. When Veronica finds herself the target of Clayton's public mockery, she teams up with Betty to teach him a lesson. Between almost boiling Chuck alive in a hot tub and slowly pushing his head into the water with her stiletto, it seems like she's actually going to kill him. Dark Betty pours maple syrup all over Chuck as a symbolic gesture of sexual dominance in one of the strangest torture scenes to ever make it to air. Well, to be honest, it may have been a little too much for a show that is considered to be teen-friendly. What do you think? Number 8. A board game has caused teens to commit suicide.
That's how it begins, Betty. The maddening obsession with the roll of a dice.
This game was pretty much the focus of Season 3, and it's still unclear how to play it exactly. It did lead to a lot of deaths and the introduction of the absolutely terrifying Gargoyle King. The always iconic flashback episode showed how the game made its way into Riverdale High, but how did it reemerge years later? Actually, you can thank the Black Hood for that one. After he was supposed to be dead, it turned out that the final quest showed off the reemergence of the murderer and revealed Chick, Betty's long-lost fake half-brother, to be the Gargoyle King. The entire game was a ploy to get back at the town of Riverdale. With the town referred to as Murder Capital USA, we'd say the deed was done. Number 7. Polly and Jason's family secret.
Time don't know where the river flows. The prey is out to sea.
At first, everyone thought Cheryl and her brother Jason had a thing for each other, but in fact, they don't. However, there is some incest going on between Jason and Polly, but they didn't know that they were related. Polly is pregnant with Jason's twins in the first season when she finds out that her and Jason's great-grandfathers were brothers. But after one of them kills the other, the family splits in two and distances themselves from one another, with one side taking the name Cooper. That would make Polly and Betty the cousins of Jason and Cheryl. Wouldn't this be too awkward? Number 6. The cheerleaders' outfits. Cheryl is the leader of the River Vixens, the cheer squad at the high school in the town they live in. She is totally stylish and often seen wearing her cheerleading uniform. Cheryl and the town of Riverdale have seen a lot of death. In Season 1, the outfit she wore to her brother's funeral seemed a little strange, but she really took the odd funeral attire to the next level when she attended Midge's funeral. Instead of wearing their classic blue, white, and yellow cheerleading uniforms, the River Vixens decided to step it up a notch and wore a special all-black version of their classic uniforms to the funeral. Of course, it just would not be Riverdale if she showed up in a plain black dress. So it seems like cheerleaders even have uniforms for this occasion. Is it because Cheryl is their captain? After all, it's Cheryl. Are we really that surprised? And they had a whole routine. With so many murders in their school, it would be surprising if they didn't have a routine at all. Number 5. I'm a weirdo.
In case you haven't noticed, I'm weird.
Jughead's speech about being a weirdo who doesn't fit in is easily one of the most recognizable scenes from Riverdale for someone that doesn't watch the show. The speech he gave went viral for how unusual it was and was mocked heavily all over the internet. On the 10th episode of the show, the character Jughead, played by Sprouse, says, "In case if you haven't noticed, I'm weird. I'm a weirdo. I don't fit in. And I don't want to fit in. Have you ever seen me without this stupid hat? That's weird." Shortly after the episode aired, it began getting mocked by the show's fans on Twitter and Tumblr. It became a weird meme that might never run out of fuel. While the speech wasn't untrue, Jughead is weird and he does always wear his hat, it was definitely one of the most unusual scenes in the series. The strangest part of it? It's the way that the speech made it sound like Jughead has no choice in wearing his hat. It's an iconic part of his character design, and hearing him talk about it as though he doesn't choose to put it on each morning made the speech strange. Number 4. A shirtless boys club.
We're called the Red Circle. And we're coming for you.
Understandably upset that his dad was shot and nearly killed, Archie decides to start a vigilante group of shirtless, red-masked high schoolers called the Red Circle, dedicated to bringing down the Black Hood. To make things even better, Archie shoots what basically amounts to a wrestling promo, promising to find and end the Black Hood as his mask-wearing friends flex their abs threateningly in the background. Unfortunately, it wasn't that threatening, and it just got Archie into more trouble than he solved. What is even crazier is that Archie actually got the idea to start the Red Circle from some old comics that he read about a superhero group by the same name. What makes this so wild is that Red Circle Comics was a real publishing imprint of Archie Comics, that also published a comic called Blackhead. The level of metatext here is unreal. Number 3. Jingle Jangle.
This is what happens to your brain after taking Jingle Jangle.
Jingle Jangle, the hot new drug, sweeps across Riverdale faster than you can laugh at the idea of a bunch of teenagers getting hopped on a drug called Jingle Jangle. Okay, but why did they choose this name? Is it because of their lack of imagination? The name actually comes from one of the singles from the real-life chart-topping fictional brand The Archies that originated from the 60s animated series, The Archie Show. Turning a wholesome song into a drug sold in pixie sticks is a classic Riverdale scenario, but it goes even further than that. Most of the cast has a wild night of Jingle Jangle themed debauchery after Veronica's old New York friend comes. It turns out this thing isn't just any drug. It's actually part of a brand new operation controlled by the Sugar Man, Cliff Blossom's former right-hand drug lord, who's moved in on Riverdale following the Blossom patriarch's suicide. Number 2. The River Vixen's mass seizure.
What is that?
During season 3, teens were having seizures, and in one seriously alarming scene, the entire River Vixen squad suffered except for Cheryl. There may be a very specific reason that Cheryl was the only Vixen not affected, though. It seems that the Blossoms are in on whatever shady thing is going on with Hiram Lodge. If Cheryl's mom or uncle is a part of the dealings, they may have helped Cheryl to stay safe from whatever is poisoning the other Riverdale girls. It turned out that Hiram's Fizzle rock drug was being dumped into Riverdale's water supply, causing the residents to have seizures. There was also a theory that the poison could possibly be oleander, which is what killed Dilton Doily, and it's been alleged that the Blossoms grow it. Number 1. Cheryl bribing Archie to date her.
Archie, if music be the food of love, play on.
The Blossom family has so much drama, and Cheryl is constantly forced to look perfect and act like everything in her life is going wonderfully. In the first season, she took some extreme measures to make sure that the facade she puts on in her life was completely spotless. This involved making sure that she always had a date to family events she had to go to, and she chose Archie. She basically bribed him with a guitar and lessons. It seems like no one told Cheryl that she can't buy love.
A simple reminder on how to enter our brand new giveaway. We will be giving away either an iPhone X Max, the new iPad mini, or a MacBook Pro. It's really your choice. So be sure to leave a like, comment the keyword, subscribe, and turn on notifications to enter the giveaway. It's really that simple. Go for it.
What do you think is the most ridiculous thing that has happened in the show? Who's your favorite character? Let us know in the comments down below. Make sure you subscribe to our channel and turn on your post notifications so you never miss a video from us. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching.